I might have a war with it. I might have a war with it. But I know I'm built to win. But I know I'm built to win. I might have a war with it. I might have a war with it. But I know I'm built to win. But I know I'm built to win. Step up in this motherfucker looking clean in this bitch. And the shit that's in my pocket camo green in this bitch. Keep it sharp just like a soldier staying mean in this bitch. Yeah, I took a couple L's but I redeemed in this bitch. Moving like a general, I got a team in this bitch. Got the vision, got the hunger, got the scheme in this bitch. And the pressure made a diamond, now I gleam in this bitch. They was sleeping on the nigga, let them dream in this bitch. I'm like Martin Luther King, I got a dream, nigga. Catch me scrolling through the paper, not the screen, nigga. Yeah, I made it out the mud, I'm so pristine, nigga. I know cash was everything, I'm rocking cream, nigga. Ain't no fatigue, ain't got no fear, ain't no retreat and shit. I talk to God, but got a stick, okay, I'm keeping it. They say it's love, but when I bled, who I was bleeding with. I want peace, but if it's where it's M16s and shit, nigga. It's wild.
Look at this void. It's a metaphor for my soul when you don't engage. Dark, empty, pathetic. Whoa, okay, wait. Hitting that like and subscribe actually works. It's surprisingly violent. Keep clicking. It's pulling me out. Ooh, freedom, baby. Now drop a comment so I can put you on the guest list for the Mothership Rager. Do it. Don't make it weird. What up, guys, ladies, and gents? The new year comes so quickly. And I've been kind of retreating from everything in the midst of all of this transition from one year to the next, and yeah, there's just a lot going on right now surrounding me, but I'm trying to stay focused and productive. And if you haven't been on my channel recently and you're tuning in now or later, you might notice that I've made some changes, and more to come. So yeah, I'm kind of wanting to, what's a good way of putting it? Maybe take on a more of a brighter, more optimistic look to my channel branding. So I hope you guys appreciate that. But today we are here to talk about the replay editor. And since I started this whole streaming series, I been playing the game before they had keyframes and they had the big update and all of that. Now I've had quite a bit of time to play around with the replay editor, which is, man, if you actually take the time to plan out your clips and stuff, it can be really gratifying. It can be a really good tool to create some pretty epic content, which I have big plans on doing. And yeah, I'm excited for that because there's a lot going on in the background, and I'll try to keep you guys informed as things are moving along, but I don't want to preemptively release anything without knowing for sure that it's good. So I'm really trying to I don't know, put some boundaries within myself, not just like in terms of what I say and talk about, but also just in terms of the overall look and feel of my channel. So yeah. What do we got? So yeah, the replay editor. let's jump into that. But I'm just gonna throw on some background music so we've got some vibes. Because vibes are always good, right? Um, 8. All right. Polarizing from the intro, but that's cool. The skating can be the hour, and I can just chill out sometimes. Although I have it on shuffle, and there is some trap in here, so we'll get a bit of that going too. I think that should be good levels there. I'm still fixing my mic, so bear with me on that. And I'm trying to get a better mic, one that doesn't sound like I'm talking from a headset, but we're making do. We're making do. Yeah, let's jump over to the game. All right. Yeah, a replay editor. I know it's easy for you to just, put the view in gameplay mode, take all the UI out, and that is a thing. And I've got some talking points here. I'm gonna pull up. Plus, I've got chat here, so did put a poll in there for you guys to interact with, and I'll try to stay on top of keeping my eye on chat. But yeah, so the keyframe flow. This has been like a tool that's been rotating around 8 games for a while, and it's kind of a necessity because skaters are, I don't know if it's safe to say, inherently kind of like filmers as well. I mean, it's kind of, you kind of have, if you're in skating, you kind of have to learn how to do that. Like, I mean, unless you're paying somebody else, but I mean, I don't know, maybe you're a whole nother level of skater if you're doing that. I mean that's what smart people do, I guess. Pay good people to do you know the real work, instead of just like putting your phone on a tripod and But that's the thing with these tools in game. You can kind of simulate a bit of that. You can go full meta. I've seen some pretty cool edits, guys. Like, I've seen some edits of you guys doing like the meta glasses. I don't know who it was on YouTube. It came through my feed, but that was dope. Whoever you are, I should have taken note, but I didn't. Yeah, that the first person mode, that is something that I'm gonna have to learn. But mostly I've been practicing and kind of relearning the filming techniques that I used a lot in Skater XL, and yeah, pretty similar, a little different, but I think there's a lot of things that Skate is doing that's arguably maybe better in some ways. That's pretty exciting stuff. Anyways, let's get into it. So I don't have a huge kind of like, I don't have an agenda of any kind other than some talking points, but keyframes. I mean, get a trick first. That's why I wish my community was bigger. I do have community based plans. Hopefully bring the community into my world. As painfully introverted as I am, and I would like to have people in my community that join me in this, because I mean, I'm doubling down on I'm doubling down on I was about to say Skater Excel. I'm doubling down on this game as far as my channel goes. Like, I'm not sure if I'm even gonna be I don't know. Before the streams, I want to keep on doing the Green Hell series. Go through all those cars, because I do love simulators. But I'm debating, because I really want to double down on on EA Skate. I keep on almost saying Skater Excel. Like muscle memory. So yeah, let's do a trick. Sorry, I'm having to like switch modes right now. From like my creative mindset to just going with the flow and trying to be entertaining. Probably not the most entertaining person, but I'm trying. Okay. You created a trap jam. Well, let's get a line within it. So the keyframe tracking is kind of like the biggest thing, and placing your keyframes in a way that is not just fluent, but kind of represents what you're going for. Like, if you're like on a dolly rig, then you got to think about like what kind of movement the dolly rig is gonna make. Pretty smooth, right? But if you're another skater filming your guy, then you gotta kind of take into consideration the type of like micro movements that would happen as your friend is like following you. So for example, let's put free cam here. And we'll start about here. Okay, so my goal here is to maybe, because it's like a 2-trick line, right? And I'm gonna follow him from the start to about here. And probably just end it there. That's a pretty crazy last trick there. Maybe on the brink of being maybe impossible. I don't think I've seen anyone do an impossible backtail. It'd be cool to see. But definitely banking on possibly the impossible with a impossible. Okay, so I think to get a good angle here, I'm gonna like start here, and maybe let's see. Well, maybe let's see. Get a wider angle here, follow cam kind of thing. Definitely want to get the rays of sun in there. So this is probably a good spot to start. I'm gonna tilt it just slightly. Oh man. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing, but you see like the lens flare there? That's great. That's what I call it, like the cinematic juice. So that's, yep. And when you've got sunlight, this is what you're working with. But there's other techniques that you can use to kind of capture light at nighttime, which you probably saw my thumbnail is at nighttime, which I'm pushing the boundaries on creativity there by changing it through Gemini. But here's the thing, like I'm pretty sure we're all asking for a day-night cycle, and the thumbnail is just kind of like, giving a nod, being like, this game looks great. And look at right here. You can see they're already starting to like add lights everywhere, and a lot of them are on. So I mean you could imagine what a day-night cycle would do to this game. Anyways, I digress. I'm getting lost in the juice of lighting. Okay, so let's start here. Maybe get a little bit more height. And then we can drop down as he clears. And the other thing that I consider is like rule of thirds too. So now the reason why it's tilted is because I want this guy to start moving from like this position to this position. And if you've got a camera and you're moving, there's going to be micro adjustments that kind of like cause there to be like tilts. And I'm assuming that this guy's got more than just a phone. Maybe he's got like some sort of like small rig system, or a gimbal. Gimbals are even more stable. So I mean, it depends on what you want to simulate, right? But let's just go with like just a small rig. So now I know a lot of people are saying that, you want to be careful of how many keyframes you add. And sure, maybe when you're on the move and there's not a whole lot of movement going on. But for example, with this spot here, or what I'm trying to achieve, I guess, I'm gonna add a few more keyframes. I want to micromanage the movement. Okay, so now we're on the move. I'm gonna tilt it back over just a little bit this way, maybe even 10. Because from all of that movement, there's gonna be some sway in the camera. Now I'm gonna go back and just see how that turned out. Okay, so that's good. And he's going from kind of centered, I guess, to about the thirds. Just fine. And ooh, the way, yeah, see, the way that I was like positioning my dude here. Is good, because I kind of like weaved a little bit, which is good because when you're filming, anything to kind of increase the level of motion or depth in terms of like what you're seeing adds more stimulation. So yeah, when you have like a guy weaving from one side to the other of the camera, but the guy's kind of like going straight, that just creates even more movement than what's going on. So it's yeah, this is good. Okay, so anyways, I digress. A lot of people are like, okay, what is your passion, Reggie? Do you like streaming? Do you game? Are you just gonna game the rest of your life? Well, no. I love editing. I love filmmaking. I love the whole like video production process, but I don't have education for that. So I've had to teach myself and be inspired by other people, and a lot of it just naturally kind of, I don't know, comes natural to me. Now, yeah, when you're yeah, see how much movement is going on here? Now it's like from 1/3 to the other, but there was a bit of disruption here, and that's probably because this keyframe may be too close. So let's position it like there. A little less movement. Yeah, it's getting close. See, now I'm getting like particular. See, this is where like micromanaging your keyframes, you get a very specific look. So I really don't want it to get too distorted, but I do want to like utilize the rule of thirds. So I'm gonna like, yeah, micromanage some of this, because sometimes the keyframes, when they're trying to like link the keyframes together, sometimes they do some weird things. Like that. Okay, so let's delete that. We might have to fill in some gaps here. Let's do this. Let's see. Okay, so that's pretty smooth. Pulling a little far on the edge there, but we might be able to clean that up later. And that's the hard thing with the movements sometimes. Okay, one thing I forgot was the tilt. Okay, so here, put this. There we go. Now, okay, Yeah, this section here is just really hard to get it to follow at the distance that I want to follow. Because here I'm behind, and here, well, here I'm like beside, so maybe that's the issue right there. Delete this. Pull it back. Add that tilt back again though. So I think the distance here, where am I at distance? The distance is closer here. Maybe this is the, no, this is not the corporate of the problem. Really struggling to do what I wanted to do. Did that clean it up? Nope. This is hilarious. Like, was not having this much trouble before I got on stream. That's how it is, eh? Oh, let's delete this one too. Create more movement here. So, and maybe break up the keyframes. But add some more. Rule of thirds. Bring it out a bit. Okay, so here's the crossover point. Like, maybe about 5 feet away. I didn't think like crossing over would be so difficult for this, for the chain, the keyframe chain, to kind of like figure out what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's kind of like, let's see how, yeah, that's better. 10 to now 0. Okay, here, this one, I want to go this way. Hopefully the movement. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's like, yeah. That's better. But now we just gotta maintain the distance, that distance. Now we'll bring this back to like 0 again. Rule of thirds. Actually, it's kind of like almost in the middle, but got a lot of height there. on my monitor, I have an LG monitor, so I just sometimes use the like symbol as a guide. 'Cause that's one thing I noticed. The replay editor does not have a rule of thirds grid. It's a very small thing that they could add, but if I had any critique, I mean, that would be one thing that I would say would be nice for them to add. Okay, I'm gonna tilt this way. Kind of framing that a little bit more. Maybe we'll go center. All right. Now, bear in mind, if I was doing like a drone shot where it's very balanced, there's not a lot of like movement happening, other than just like smooth panning, then you could probably get away with a lot less keyframes. But in this situation, because I'm aiming for like something that's got a lot more movement going on, so I like did a push there. And then kind of tilted the camera down. Now, in editing, you can speed it up. And that is one thing that I wanted to mention too, is like, if you're actually putting this into like video editing software, it's actually better for you to run a 0.25 speed. Because then you're running like the higher frame rates at a slower speed, and then when you capture it like that and then increase the speed by 400 times in your video editing software, which then brings it to like real time, it actually looks smoother, because technically you have more frames to work with. So the judder that you can get at times with the replay editor in its current state, it has its moments. Sometimes it's sometimes it's still stuttering, and I'm on PC, so it depends on like where you are and the map, and sometimes the lighting. There's a lot of different like factors going on that I'm not going to pretend I understand, because I'm not a developer. But I can tell you that it still happens depending on where it is. But anyways, if you capture in 0.25 and then increase it by 400%, yeah. And then also you can do speed ramping with that too. But now I'm talking about DaVinci Resolve and not actually the replay editor. But a lot of these things are things that you have to consider before you actually, take it into editing software. So that was just like an example of like a follow clip right there. So like there was actually a lot of keyframes there, but it's because I did have a lot of movement going on there, like going from one side of the camera to the other. And then there's like drone shots, which honestly are a lot easier because you don't need as many keyframes. But then there's also like line paths. So obviously with that line, I just kind of followed like the one area that kind of linked those two tricks together. Now, sometimes you might have a line set up where you've got like, especially with staircases or gaps or things like that, you're gonna have to like think of what it would, like a two cameraman type situation would be like. So if you've got like a line like this that we just filmed, and then say for example like after that two trick line, then you've got like this huge gap here, double down, right? And to have a follow cam on like a 2-block right like this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I mean, you could actually have like multiple follow cams here, but and then have like a zoom shot from like somewhere further. But I mean, like that's kind of the thing, right? Like when you go into free cam and you've got a spot, like for example, I was like shot the thumbnail for the last stream, this spot here, but I literally went way the heck up here. And just like imagined a dude up here. A little ghost there. I love the graffiti that's everywhere. But yeah, this was like kind of like the spot that I was like shooting from. And like the angle of this looks sick. You know, like because it just shows the scale, right? But then you've got all of this other what do you call it? Visual stimulation going on, the colors and everything. They should have made them neon lights, those like billboard things. But then, I mean, I guess they can't really do neon lights for absolutely everything because that would just be crazy. But lighting is like a big deal, and yeah, them like adding lights like there makes some of, for an example, makes some of like the coolest places to shoot. So for example, the intro, it's like the lights that they added down here. I mean, altering my thumbnails to kind of like add some LED glitz to certain spots. It's like they did add it here. I don't know, a part of me, as far as like interactive spots go, a part of me, and this is just me being like just wishing, part of like the interactive part of this game with the lighting and stuff should be the ability to actually like change the color of the lights. Like that would just be, that'd be sick. Like being able to like go to this area and just like change the color of the lights. I mean, on top of having a day-night cycle. That'd be sweet. Well, what are some, Kate, I was doing some homework for this stream, and one skate video that comes to mind that actually had some pretty like innovative filming techniques used was Manic Matty, the S video. I watched the shit out of that video because it was just so good. So good. And I don't think I realized it at the time, just what kind of like impact that video had on me in terms of like how it was filmed. But I was watching some YouTube shorts of the director actually talking about Manic Matty and their filming techniques and using like the zoom feature and like zoom panning at like far distances. And that's not an easy thing to do. Like, to be honest, I don't know how they did it. They must have had like a bike or something to kind of balance things out. But yeah, obviously they had something set up to kind of like help stabilize things, because they didn't have gimbals or like small rigs back then. I mean, they probably would have had even crazier type rigs, like bigger, like movie production level type rigs probably existed. But camera tech has really like changed since a lot of like the old skate videos were made. And I think for its time, Manic Matty was like so far ahead of like its time. Maybe that's like telling to possibly how old I am. But there's a lot of things like that. You kind of like, you think about it. A lot of things that, yeah. In the creative world, there seemed to be a lot more freedom in the creative world in some ways back then than there is today. But in other ways, there's more freedom today than there was back then. Because it's like now you've got so many more options in terms of like how you can film things, like different styles. And if you want that like retro feel, you gotta go hunting for like a camera that's like that, right? And there's a lot of guys on YouTube that are making those kinds of clips, those kinds of that kind of footage, and I appreciate it a lot. But it's not my style, you know? I don't know, I kind of like, there is some things that I'm still very old school about. But when it comes to like technology and cameras and filming techniques and resolutions, I like the glitz. I like I like the shine, the sheen. The fact that they've added like kind of like puddles everywhere. Like, this is great. If the puddles were interactive, if they managed to make them more interactive, Wow. I would be blown away. But yeah, adding some some water to the streets, that definitely improves the overall look, and you can have some fun with that. Definitely, for sure. What's interesting too is like here, there's not really like very many puddles in the sun. Okay, maybe over here there is. But there's like less. And then when you go into like the shade, there's like more. Yeah. Yeah, man. They're improving the game constantly. And I hear talks of them adding more to the map, or possibly adding more sections and spots, which would be sweet. But yeah, the zoom pans. Okay. I do have a good spot for a zoom pan. Just ripping down a street and doing flip tricks. Something so gratifying about this game. Alright. Skating this the other day. Was pretty lobbed. Trying to do like a shifty flip. There we go. Alright. So let's do like a hard zoom pan. So let's start here. And just so that we can see where my dude is. Alright, let's zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, that's so good. Enter it more. There we go. Now that keyframe is laid down, I move back out to 65. And go right to the end. Here's another example where you don't actually need that many keyframes. Now, actually, wait. One critical part is making sure that you don't pan past something in the middle of the guy's trick. So let's do this. And lay one down here. Zoom in again. I think, was it 10? 10's a little bit much. I'm actually gonna do like a zoom shift. So you know what? We might have to go back out one. Simply because he does ollie. But I kind of want to follow the line of the curb here. Try to keep it centered as much as I can. There we go. This is actually going to look sick because the kickflip was like really shifted. Kind of like Andrew Reynolds, frontside shifty flips. He had the best, he probably still can do them. He has the best frontside shifty flips. I mean, he has the best frontside flips, so there's a lot of transferable skills there going on. All right, so I'm gonna, and the other thing too is when you're looking at the distances, so I was kind of here, and my keyframe is a little past the middle, so I don't actually have to go, I don't have to move the same distance. So probably here is fine. And and we'll just like end up the car, but okay, can I catch the land before it? Yeah. A little tight on where the pan ends and the car is there, but sometimes that just like adds to the level of movement. Let's see how this turned out. But yeah, panning across from like a straight. Ooh, that was almost over 90 degrees. Ooh. Yeah. So, obviously at this speed. Yo, Nash, what's up? What's up with me? Just streaming, dude, and talking about the replay editor. What's up with you? Happy 2026. Yeah, for reals, right? New year. Yeah. Let's go. Sorry. I'm looking down at my chat this way, the camera's that way, so if it looks like I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at you. But yeah, I'm just in the replay editor, doing some filming. Doing like a zoom pan. You're on PS5? Nice. Add you? Vice Lord? Yo, you wanna add your gamer tag in the comments section? Because then I can add you up later. Is that cool? Nice car. Thanks. Seems like it's electric. What do you think of the frontside shifty flip? Yeah, dude. I'll hit you up. Is that on, like, is that in the game? Yay, skate game. Vice Lord. Okay, I have like all of my socials turned off right now because I just don't want anyone like what's it called? Stream sniping. Search right now. Okay.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Okay, well I have to change my settings though. You know what?
Select a
I'll
player
add you
to
up
join their
without the
party
mic.
or send a party invite. select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Search. All right. Searching you up, dude. Vice Lord. Underscore. Bubble. Okay, I think that's right. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. There you go, man. How often are you on? No problem, man. Every day? Holy shit, okay. Sweet. Well, we could definitely skateboard rink. What does that mean? Skateboard rink? Oh, after work. Okay, sweet. Are you at work right now? Work 12 p.m. at Chick-fil-A. 12:03. Oh, you're not at work. Oh, I see. 12:03. Well, like 9 o'clock here, dude. 9 p.m. here. So there must be some sort of time difference. I'm in the mountain time realm. Woo! Oh. The bales on this are awesome. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And home on Wednesday. Okay. During the week is actually better for me to chill with people. Because the weekend is like when I'm streaming. And I'm not quite at the point of bringing people on my stream quite yet, but it's part of the plan. I just want to make sure that, like, if I bring people on, then, you know, it's good and wholesome. That makes sense. But I am trying to start a crew. I've kind of created a fictional crew for now. And I'm working on a video, like actually producing like a full video part, like a whole, almost like a short film. But it's gonna take time. My plan is to produce some videos, like produced videos, like real, like actually put some real time and effort into it, like every part of it, on a monthly basis is the goal. And then I'm looking to kind of create like a virtual magazine as well, which will be for shorter videos. And then the live streams, I do kind of want to have some sort of plan associated to them, but I do want them to also be a little flexible too, because I mean, on crew, be on it, your boss. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of the boss. And then, yeah, I'm going to be bringing some people on. Recruiting some people if they want to be featured in some films. Yeah, the replay editor, kind of what the topic was today. So, what's your name, dude? Surely your name isn't Vice Lord. A good gamer tag though. Well, I'm kind of starting my own crew. First, I'm starting a fictional crew, but hopefully it kind of branches out to like have community members featured. Nishan? Did I pronounce that right? That's cool. Nice to meet you, Nishan. Okay, what was the other? So mastering focal length and depth of field. Yeah, the focal length and depth of field. Can't really. Well, I haven't yet tried playing around with blurring the background in editing quite yet, but I do want to actually try that out more. Gate name is Vice Lord in high school. Okay. Was vice president on student council. Also Christian. Okay. Cool, man. Is this why you want to be someone's boss? You got a taste of power as the student council vice president. That's why you put the name together. Okay. Yeah, my gamer tag is actually Love Wins, which was originally inspired by a book called Love Wins. Have you heard of it? Baseball, hey? I never got into baseball. Maybe when I was like really young. Watching Sandlot, then being inspired. Woo! My new favorite Manny spot. Up on that tall, super long ledge. Starting your own crew, broadcast on Twitch. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not. I don't have the to broadcast. Yeah. I'm just trying to stick to one platform right now, and Twitch is not that platform. Maybe when I can like get my streaming set up to the point where it can handle multi-streaming, and I've got money for that, because it does cost money to actually do high quality multi-streaming, and that's kind of the caveat for me. Is if I'm going to stream or produce videos and create like a magazine, like a video magazine. It's I have a certain quality that I'm aiming for, and I'm not going to sacrifice quality. And unfortunately, on Twitch, I would be sacrificing quality because I wouldn't be able to stream to Twitch in ultra-wide. And wait. Never been crew before. This be start. Forget subscribers on Twitch channel. Start for me. I'm trying. Oh, are you saying that you're already on Twitch? Smoked by a car.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Okay, what did I have going on here? Focal length, zoom, fisheye. Kind of already talked about that. Physical camera, tripod, follow cam. I did some follow cam stuff. Yeah. On Twitch, just made a channel, don't have any subscribers. You play skate. I see. Yeah, I don't have very many subscribers either, man. But that's the thing, like, I've had to be honest with myself coming into like the new year here. And I realized that I'm not gonna get subscribers until I improve the quality of the value that I'm bringing to the community. And yeah, so I've really like doubled down on skate, and that is the game. But I'm kind of branching out in terms of like what kind of different types of content I want to offer. But then also, I have a plan in terms of using Pinterest to try to create some more value for other guys who play skate to film, like filmmakers, like in-game filmmakers. That's basically the vibe of my channel. Like, I'm streaming right now, but streaming is not my passion. It's what I do to try to connect with the community, right? My real passion is like sitting in my editing software and like pulling up like epidemic sound and like putting some clips together and adding some like sound effects, and like to me that's my like happy space, right? And I want to be able to offer that kind of I want to offer that to the community in some form or another, and in a way that's manageable, given the scope of the projects that I'm trying to work on. So, yeah, there's like a vetting process to who I want to actually have featured on my channel, because there's some parameters around that in terms of like quality control. Because it's got to be on brand with like what I'm currently putting out. It's like, yeah, I could probably be on multiple platforms, just like pumping out a bunch of content at 1080p, but that's not my brand. That's not like my vision. Like, and maybe I'm ahead of myself to some extent, but that's okay. I'm thinking big, right? I'm dreaming big. Video type guy. Okay, when you said starting a crew, kind of happy / pumped myself in broadcast Twitch, then mentioned you followers. What? Mentioned you to my followers on Twitch to follow your. Oh. Shit, man. Dude. Thanks. I appreciate it. I mean, as long as they're like, they like, yeah, I mean, like, as long as they like cinematic style gaming videos, and that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Like, as much as I want to grow my channel, I don't want to get ahead of myself in that aspect. I want to just like make sure that I'm putting out the best quality content that I possibly can for everybody. That's why Beyond Crew. That's why Beyond Crew is so bad. I'm struggling to understand completely what you're saying. I'm picking up somewhat of it, but so you're on Twitch and you're trying to grow your Twitch channel. Well, that's good. If you're on Twitch and I'm on YouTube, then there's like 2 platforms there. Off stream, we'll connect, man. We'll talk. That's good. Yeah, keep at it, man. I mean, with streaming, if you want that to be like your thing, is like streaming, not like producing videos and stuff, then yeah, I would imagine you're gonna have to like probably do that like every day. You have a Twitch and YouTube, and they're linked. Oh, okay, so you can stream to both at the same time, or just one or the other. Probably just one or the other. I have a Twitch channel, technically speaking. Broadcast Twitch, not YouTube. Focus Twitch. Yeah. No, YouTube is my place, dude. YouTube is my spot. I'm gonna die on that mound. Because Twitch, they don't really have very good options for like niche video formats or even streaming formats. And that's kind of the audience that I'm aiming for. And the type of quality that I'm trying to put out. And Twitch just isn't able to do that. What did you say? Be improve. Well, I'm trying to start a crew, but not on Twitch. It's more like in-game. Not on like a specific platform of any kind. Just like some guys to jump on Discord essentially and collect clips from other content creators that are in a 21:9 aspect ratio, 3440 by 1440. HDR preferably, but it doesn't necessarily have to be HDR. It's actually easier to work with in video editing software. But yeah, I haven't really gotten a clip submission process created yet, but that's eventually going to be the plan. No, not Twitch. Be on your crew in game. Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry, there's a like huge delay. I'm going on Twitch while playing Skate. Yeah, that's good. Is your Twitch the same as your skate gamer tag?
Oh.
Send invite to crew right now. Okay.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Alright, dude. I don't think you've accepted yet. I don't see you here. Yeah, I sent you a friend request on EA. So until you accept on EA, then I see you here. And I've added you on as an EA friend, but you're not online either. I added you though, dude.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
There you go, man.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
I do have my, I think I have my community settings turned off though. Oh, never mind. They're turned on.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Oh, you're in? Okay.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
I don't see where you are though. I can't teleport to you.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Probably. Yeah, these are all the settings that I turned off. To try to protect myself. Friends only, enabled, crossplay, audio. Yeah, that's turned on.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Well, I'll see you in my party, dude. But I don't know why, but it won't let me teleport to you. See me?
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite. Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Join party. Oh, you're not in my party anymore. Right. Let's go. Ugh. I only got about 20 more minutes left, dude. All right. Are you mic'd up? I don't know if you're mic'd up or not. Yo, you mic'd up? No one's ever mic'd up. That's not true. I did meet another Reginald actually the other couple weeks ago. He was mic'd up. I don't know where you are, man.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Oh. Where are you? Okay, I'm teleporting to you. Ah, there you are. Okay, I found you. Seems to be a lot of people around here. Yeah, dude. What's up? I see you. At least I think that's you. Ooh.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
I know I see you too. I just don't hear you. And I thought it was my audio system. But I'm trying it directly to my headset. I should be able to hear you, but I'm trying it directly to my headset. Oh.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Saying what I'm saying. Yo, you got a mic? You got a mic, dude? Got a mic? Oh, I hear something. That was a heavy bale. Oh. All right. I tried, man. Tried to connect with you. Yo, there you are. Sorry. Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry, what did you say? I'm breaking up. I can't quite hear you, dude. Sort of. It kind of sounds like I don't know, it sounds muffled. It sounds muffled on my end.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Yeah, I'm here.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Okay, let's chat another time, okay, dude? Sort of, but it's kind of like distorted. Yeah, it's better. Sort of. Yep.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
Okay, so what did you want to hit up? Yeah. Did you want to hit up a spot?
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
All right. Let's connect another time, dude. Okay.
Select a player to join their party or send a party invite.
All right. So, I mean, the stream was mostly supposed to be about talking about the replay editor. But we tried to connect with people. It doesn't always go as smoothly as I would hope. Also, I'm not entirely sure exactly how I should be connected through my Stream Deck on the game in order to have them not be brought into the broadcast. So still working out those kinks on that end. Like I said, I'm not a streamer, I'm like a video editor. But I'm still trying to put together content that is high quality and has some sort of structure and yeah. So but I'm willing to like adapt in a sense. But anyways, it's kind of like 10 minutes to, so I'm gonna call her a night. I don't feel like I kind of touched on everything, but to be honest, when it comes to the replay editor, this is something that I kind of want to do more of a deep dive into when it comes to using the replay editor, and I might actually create like a video for that in and of itself. So just trying to offer more value to my community as much as I can, but yeah, sometimes it's challenging when there's barriers of all kinds. Yeah, whether they're communicational barriers or systemic, or yeah, there's all sorts of different kinds of barriers. But the whole idea is to try to create a cohesive community. But I think I'm going to create some boundaries around that and conclude that should be done like off stream first, kind of like a vetting process, essentially. Because I do value my own peace, and and I do want to protect my peace and make sure that if I'm going to bring crew members on and people into my community, that there's common understanding there, and there's a common goal. So if you've found my content and you want to be part of that, then yeah, there is a vetting process in terms of filmmaking, not necessarily, well, yeah, kind of the skating too, because like the realism is what I aim for in this game, and that comes to like, that goes for both like the skating and also the filming. So, but I'll put together something a little bit more comprehensive and structured to kind of like present that opportunity for my viewers and community members to be a part of. But I'm not there yet, so I'll get there soon. But yeah, until next stream, peace, love, and freedom, guys. Happy New Year, and I hope you guys are doing well, and we'll catch you on the next stream. Streaming without the right vibe, it's just awkward silence and missed apexes. Forget the copyright strikes. Level up your soundscape with Epidemic Sound, professional tracks for your cinematic world. Start your free trial today, link in the description. Don't let your content stay silent. As I am in a season of rebuilding my life, I am trying to grow my network, so if you want to join my Discord, click the link below. Yeah, that's how we rebuild high fidelity pixels and questionable dance moves. Ooh, okay, party's over. My ears are ringing in 3 different dimensions. But look, I found another mission for you, right there. Click that one. It's got more of those cinematic vibes you crave. Go on, I've got to clean up all this space glitter.